Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a second video today. So this is going to be a video about my Cap Toys action figures. So this is, if you guys don't know what Cap Toys is, looks like they I guess released back or Stretch Armstrong, and then yeah. So we're basically just gonna be taking a look at my Cap Toys Stretch Armstrong figures. So let's take a look at Fetch Armstrong. I'm kind of like breeze through these, but you guys just let me know if you want me to do a separate review for Fetch, or any of the other figures that I show off in here. I think I've showed like most of them off, except this one and one other one. So yeah, here's Fetch Armstrong. Nice looking collar. I think it's the exact same head mold as the one from the 80s. This is just the re-release figure. The only thing why only reason I put this in here is because of the vest that he has on here. The Fetch Armstrong vest that was on the mini. So, the re-release characters, they didn't actually put out a normal sized Fetch Armstrong, so, or Stretch Monster or Stretch X-Ray. So I think they did come out with Stretch Batman and stuff like that, but I mean that's kind of like hard to find. Most of them were released in the UK. So yeah, here's Fetch. Exact same mold from the 80s. Collar. This used to be silver. Now it's yellow. Red collar. I think it's the body, re-release head, 80s vest. So yeah, that was for Fetch Armstrong. Here is a factory mold for the mini Stretch Armstrong. So obviously not going to be stretchy. It's solid aluminum. So, you can try to stretch them all you want. It's not going to budge. Now, one thing I wanted to do was actually get the vintage 80s clothes and put them on this just for like a joke, I guess. But yeah, he doesn't have any clothes on. So what they would do with this, they would just plug it into the factory, and then it would like dip them into latex. They'd pull them out, dry it, and then they'd fill it up with corn syrup and then use a similar head. So yeah, that was it for the factory mold for mini Stretch Armstrong. I can make a separate video on these. Just let me know in the comments. Or sorry, so about the comments, I don't know why, but YouTube won't let me have comments. If you guys go and you guys can talk about it on my first video, the video about this guy. So yeah, just YouTube doesn't want me to have like comments or something like that, because I think I make my videos for like kids. So yeah. And then, so talking about my first video, this is the first Stretch Armstrong that I reviewed on my channel. So he's from the, I think it's, I don't know, I think it's the Vac Pack, yes. So here's the Vac Minion. Now there were 3 other ones. I think, where was Humongor? He was yellow. Glacier or something. It was like a blue one, and then this guy's red, I don't know. So he had like this collar that he put on there, or like this, kind of like this shoulder piece, and you could put that on there, and then you could have the pump, put it in his head and pump it out. You'd move this lever in there so you can let out air. Big smile, like other big smile Fetch. Yeah, that was for the Vac Minion, I guess. So here is Vacman. So this is the broken Vacman I have on there. If you guys want to go check out the Vacman video, the 80s Vacman video. I have 2 Vacman videos up on the channel. If you guys want to go check that out. And then, so yeah, this guy broke. So me and my dad taped it up, and it's kind of stayed like this for a long time. So yeah. And then so I put these on there because, you know, like the latex is kind of getting weak. I don't stretch this guy anymore. So yeah, that was for the battle damaged Vacman, I guess you could say. So yeah. Here is Stretch Armstrong. Now this is a re-release body of Stretch Armstrong. Now I keep moving the camera around because I have this here. I have this thing that I just lock onto my phone. So let me just put it back on. So yeah, it just keeps moving around. Okay, back to video. So here is Stretch Armstrong. So this is the re-release body from 2017 or 16. And here's the head for it. This is the 80s head that I was able to put on the Stretch Armstrong from the re-release. It's kind of like a neck piece. If you take off the head, it'll show it. And so I left this guy in the car, and his kind of corn syrup got very hard because it was sitting in the sun. So here's a Stretch Armstrong clothes. So what I do whenever he's like in like a cold room, I usually just stick him in a hot bowl of water, and that usually softens him up. So, you know, it's easy to stretch. Okay, so now we're gonna be looking at, what should I do, Vacman, or I'm just gonna do Vacman now. So, I'm just gonna glance over the box, you know. Vacman box, you know, side, back. Okay, now now you guys might be seeing a car in the back. I will get to that in a second. So here's Vacman. This guy, one of my favorite toys too. I've been a toy collector for like since I was like a kid. I always collected toys and stuff like that. So, you know, I was always get action figures for Christmas and on my birthdays, and you know. So here's Vacman. This is the mint Vacman. And then, so yeah, I lost the pump. You just put it in his head and then turn it, and then you can suck the air out of him. So yeah, and I'm just gonna sit him right. I don't know if I showed off the coffin in my video about this guy, but you know, it's just plastic coffin, you know. Nothing too special about it. This is where the pump would go. So I mean, you guys kind of got like a rough idea of what the pump looked like. I mean, you guys can just go on Google and look it up, Vacman pump, and then all right. So here's a Vactory. I've already done a separate video on this. Back. I can never find the Vactory refill packs. These are impossible to find on eBay. I look them up, and I don't see anything pop up for them. So, I mean, if you guys really want to tell me about them, you guys can tell me about it in one of my first videos about this guy right here. He should be on the front of the video, or just like, yeah. And you guys can tell me that in the first video, because YouTube, since I restrict my videos to like younger kids, or like not restrict them, but I allow like younger kids to be able to like watch my YouTube videos, because you know it's just looking at like toys and stuff like that. So if you guys want to go tell me on that one, you guys can be more than welcome to. So let's open it. Now, I just kind of keep this in the box. It keeps the figures looking nice. So yeah, we have Tech. Let me put on his shoulder pauldron or his shoulder gun. I think this is Gun. And then this is Tribal. This is Rocket. I have rockets right in here. Here is Fire. And then here is Ice. My favorite's probably Ice. Now, you guys might have seen two purple bodies. A purple body on him and a purple body on him. Well, I explained all of that in the factory video. So if you guys want to go check that out, then you guys can better understand what happened. Okay, so yeah, that was just the factory. So I just kind of glanced over that. And then one of my favorite toys is Stretch Armstrong's Limousine Elongate. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Some door handle stickers. We got this on, my dad got me this for my birthday on eBay. So apologies for my camera falling. You know, it's just kind of like sitting loosely. It's not really held in place in the car. Kind of made it move. So yeah. Cap toys on there. Cap, and then, so the reason why they call it the Stretch Limousine, it doesn't have any corn syrup in it, or it's made out of rubber. It's made out of solid plastic. So yeah, then there's the gun. I think you could put a gun in there, or like a missile, and you can launch it in there, and I think you can just, this lever over here, I think you could push that down and shoot out. Now, one thing that I want for my Cap Toys collection is I've always wanted Wretch Armstrong, and Wretch Armstrong was I think my favorite out of all the Cap Toys lines. So it's basically Stretch X-Ray, but kind of like designed in Cap Toys. I think he's his brother or something like that. So yeah, and then you can kind of lift. I mean, I think you'd like hit it or something like that. I don't know, but you could. There you go. He has these teeth that you can locked in a spring too, so you can just walk down. So yeah, backrest. So this is just kind of like a rough idea of what the miniature Stretch Armstrong would be in there. Oh my gosh, sorry about that, guys. And then you could just sit him in there. He's got this nice control panel in there. So yeah. Obviously, Stretch Armstrong would actually be able to sit, the miniature one. So yeah, that was just my Cap Toys collection of action figures.